What happens with the D's now and like Vossy and some Guin? Do you reckon they have to be gone by the end of this year? Like, there's no way they're going to make finals.
If they don't beat West Coast, he won't make it through the week next week. If they lose to West Coast, he's gone. Everyone's gone.
I would say he would put his hand up and say, I'm done here, if they lost to West Coast.
Yeah, but they'll beat West Coast and North comfortably, you would think. They'll get a reprieve.
So 2 and 4.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden there'll be a bit of hope, and then they'll get beat by whoever they play around.
Why are they struggling, you reckon? What would you say? What is it?
I don't watch them close. They just, from what I can vaguely see, and I'm no expert, is their skills out of half-back. They panic when they get the ball out of the back line. They just boot it long in the air. Like, you look at the good side, you look at Hawthorn, the way they don't give the ball back to you. Like, they just hold it, and then obviously their skills are unbelievable. Like, the way they just pierce through half-back, and they're unbelievable left-footers, where Carlton just sort of like hot potato it and just, fuck, I don't want the pressure. I'm going to put the pressure on you. No, then they'll shitty kick off the ground, or it's a big kick that goes 40 metres up in the air. So I don't know whether they don't practice. And then games get close, they just go to water. So I don't know. Maybe and I think back in the day when Carey and that were playing, maybe when we first started, your top six would kind of carry you.
Yeah.
Like, because it wasn't a team. It's a team game, but it wasn't like now. It's a team defense, a team offense.
Yeah.
Everyone sort of has to be playing the same role to help, especially on defense, where Carey could carry you to win, Ablett, Plugger, all these guys, but Scala could save you down back. Where I think now your bottom six need to be at AFL level, and Carlton's aren't.
No,
Carlton's bottom six are shit.
Yeah,
so they rely so much. If Curnow, Cripps, Mackay's obviously not playing, Wiedering and Walsh aren't the clear best four on the ground, they can't win because they don't have anyone else.
So do you think is their list good enough to turn around in the next year or two?
Well, it happens quickly. Look at Hawthorn. Like, they were 0-5, so we could be sitting here and egging our first.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, because I don't think they have their first round draft pick next year either. So,
and they just
they give it up
I'm the same.
Someone.
The bottom 4 to 6 can make or break a team that wants to play finals or go deep into finals. And your top, like Swanee said, your top 6 can get you to a grand final. But then if the opposition's bottom 4 are better than your bottom 4, then you get exposed. They got zero confidence, and that's where you see them booting the ball up in the air. And then on top of that, I don't know if they practice skills under pressure. I don't know if they practice worst case scenario.
Some going on with the second halves, and I feel like they don't have any leg speed. Like they don't have that one player who can break you open. Like Cripps is obviously a superstar, but he's not sort of your Nick Dacos, Dustin Martin, Petrarca who can rip a game, Geordie who can rip a game open. Walsh, from all reports, is like a super runner, but he doesn't hurt you with his skills.
Nah.
Sard, he's good off half back, but he does one good thing every quarter, every half. Like Curnow's great, but he needs the ball. Like, they kick the ball on his head and kill him.
Yeah.
So they need like a match. They don't have a match winner.
I feel like they
in the midfield
changing every week too. It's like, all right, we're going to go all out attack now, and they just keep turning it over, and it goes back the other way. Oh no, we're going to play a bit more conservative because we don't want to turn it over. So if you're chopping and changing each week, you're not going to get any momentum going forward. And if you're throwing out your game plan in round 4 from what you practiced all pre-season, then you're in big trouble.
Yeah.
That means the players will have no confidence in the coaching staff. And they just go, what are we doing this week? We're going to change it up again. Like, you get young kids, you tell them to have a crack at kicks through the middle, and they'll do it.
Yeah.
They'll just go and do it. If it turns over, they don't care. But, older guys won't do that because they don't want to look stupid. Yeah. And so if you're not fully committed to what the coach wants you to do, if you're half in, half out, then that's where you get exposed.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I'm watching them, I don't know what they're doing. No. I don't know what they're doing. Wouldn't know what their game style is. You look at North Melbourne. I know they got flogged on the weekend, but they are going to possess the ball. They're going to have 1 million touches and probably not get the ball going forward, but you know what they're going to do, and they're all doing it. So at least they're on the same page. If you want to pick them apart, you can, but Carlton just don't know what they want, and Melbourne are probably in the same boat there. They don't know what they want either.
So what stage would you, if you're a club, just blow it up? Like as in, because the lists are getting older for, Cripps is getting older.
Collingwood are the oldest list in the fucking league, aren't they? They had the oldest side ever on the weekend.
Just blow it up?
For who? Which side? Melbourne and...
Both of them. Carlton, or are they in the same boat?
Mate, you'd give it till halfway through the year, because look at Brisbane were 3-5 last year and won the flag, and Hawthorn were 0-5 and nearly were beast stick off a prelim. So I wouldn't say yet, but for Carlton, the Richmond loss was awful.
Yeah.
Like they've had both sides have had two horrible losses. The Richmond one at the start of the year, when no one thought Richmond were going to win a game, 41 points up. I reckon that just sapped the life out of their season. And Melbourne getting smashed by North.
It's so crucial, isn't it?
They were the two fucking huge losses. Now they might come out and Carlton might get some momentum by beating North and West Coast next 2 weeks, and they might build and they might play finals. Who knows? But as we sit here, you can only judge on what you've seen the first month, and they're both fucking awful. And they're both, but all their good and like you're saying, all their good players are their older ones. Yeah. Well, where are their young kids? Yeah. Like you can see it with other Hawthorn, Pies, like GWS, even Geelong have got some good young players. You can sort of start. Sydney put up a couple more on the weekend. You can sort of see, oh, this kid looks good.
There's no next wave.
Carlton, I don't watch a lot of them. I only sort of watch them when I'm gambling on them, obviously, but I'm still not paying close attention. But when was the last time, like, one of Melbourne or Carlton's best players weren't Cripps, De Koning, Curnow, Mackay, Wiedering, Petrarca, Oliver, Gawn, like May Lever, like Viney. Like, they're their best player. And they are good players, and they're good players. So obviously going to play well every week, but there's no one's jumped up when he was good on the weekend. He's good. He looks like he's going to develop. So maybe it's a development thing.
See, this is where I reckon the mid-season draft,
of course, absolutely,
has to come in, because think about like players are going to want out of Melbourne or whatever. Like, so think about the movement, and clubs are going to think they can win it at this stage of the year or whatever. Yeah. So like they're going to be desperate to get trades in, and it's going to like create such good scenarios.
What about loans? Loan them for the year.
Yeah, I think the loan is. You have the loan with the option. For the rest of the year.
Like Mackay doesn't like, say Mackay's struggling. Carlton wants to go play it, I don't know. Because GWS had a good side where like he doesn't not going to get as much attention on him. Maybe that's better for his footy, and they work out a deal. Or I don't know.
It works for the bottom clubs because at least you get like so West Coast gets some decent players that aren't making the list for
other teams.
So like the top four, like Brisbane, like they can't get a game. So hey, go develop your skills over here for a little bit.
Absolutely. Well, there's a couple in the Giants
massive.
Reserves, like Lee Galea, centre half back. Like I reckon there'd be 10 clubs out there that could take him straight away and put him in. Yeah. But then the Giants probably need him as a backup as well, so you don't really want to give him away. I just don't think
get something good for him. You know what I mean?
Like, I don't think Carlton have they sort of go and spend the money on the recruits rather than develop them. Like they've always, each year they've got someone in from another club like Fantasia. Like they bring these guys in that I think they might be able to turn, and they probably haven't worked out that well, and they've overpaid, and now you miss out on young kids and you miss out on keeping good players if you overpay for average players, and that's the scenario they're in at the moment. And Mackay's on probably near Mill, and he's playing in the reserves. It's just.
What are you doing?
Yeah, it's a bit.
What a waste.
What's going on there? But footy's a funny game, Josh. It can change very, very quickly. Don't you worry about that.
It's a funny game.
I like the idea of the trade period, or at least extending it from the end of the year.
Oh, AFL are holding that card. Like they can use that whenever they want. They will, like, because they know it's coming, and they want it, because you see with the NRL, like so much talk about people moving, like. Round 2, Daly Cherry Evans says he's not going to be here at the end of the year, and he's going. So for the rest of the year, until he says where he's going, they're going to be talking about it. So he's in the paper. As much as it's like disruptive for Manly, he's in the paper, and that's all they're talking about. So NRL is like front page. AFL, the draft, they string it out over 3 weeks just to, or whatever it is, just to keep people interested. Trade periods a week and a half or 2 weeks, just to keep people interested in the off season.
That's why NBA, like American sports, is so good because of the drama, isn't it?
Yeah,
like that's what half the fun.
Yeah, that's exactly what we want.
Like Premier League during the off season, like the trade period. So
it's the best. As soon as that window opens, it's like 24/7. They've got that show on. It's 24/7. You're just sitting there waiting for people to get transfers and just shitloads of cash.